Yo, it's that brother Nez. Drop another review on y'all. And this time, what we're going to be doing a review of is the BAM. This is the T-Mobile LG G Pad X 8.0. Now, this is by LG, and it's the T-Mobile tablet. I currently am rocking a Samsung, and I'm looking for something a little more power because I usually like running multiple apps at the same time in my car. I use trip log to calculate my mileage that I'm driving, and then I'm also having the GPS up. I use Google Maps for those who don't know, and I'm also using running like iHeartRadio or Pandora or something in the background playing music. I got all that running at the same time, so I need to have a little more power. Not that my Samsung couldn't handle it, but this one is actually an actual T-Mobile tablet, whereas my Samsung was an AT&T tablet that I had converted over. So, with that being said, let's get right up into this review real quick, this unboxing and then review, and see what we're working with. So, this is the front, BAM right here. That's what she looks like. It's an 8-inch tablet, T-Mobile, just so you know, they do give you a restocking fee if you try to return it, but I won't. On this side of the box, you have that. This side of the box, you have this. You can pause it and read it if you like. On the other side, you got your barcodes. You got all your barcodes and IMEI and all that crap. This is going to be blurred out, so you're not going to be able to see any of that, but it's there. And then on the back, you got a little bit of artwork and description. It's 203.2 millimeter 8.0 WXGA screen, and full-size USB, reader mode, 1.5 gigahertz octa-core processor, 5 megapixel front and rear, and then a 4650 milliamp battery, and a plethora of other things. Like I said, you could pause and read it. Some more artwork right there, just showing you. I like the fact that it does have a full-size USB. So let's get into this bad boy. BAM. This is the tablet. Put this to the side for now. This is all your typical welcome stuff. You got your SIM card, got your welcome booklet instructions, got your power brick, kind of looks like Samsung's, and your micro USB to micro USB cord. I won't be using any of that, so I'm not even going to open up any of that stuff because I'm going to use what's existing in my car already. And underneath you got nothing. So let's put all this to the side and get right into this. Go ahead, pull this off. Oh, love the way that feels. Put that in there for now. Power it on. You already got juice. Check out our internet situation here. Okay, let me log in. Okay, so it's loading up, just so you see. Now keep in mind, you see how I already turned it on. It was so fast because when you buy it at the store, they automatically turn it on to make sure that it's working. So I couldn't give you the full boot situation, but after we finish booting it up and getting it onto the main screen, then I will do a complete boot for you, so that way you can see what we're working with. But I'm going to let this do what it do here, and then we're going to come back on the flip side and get into this tablet. So see you on the flip. Okay, we back in right here. We're on the welcome screen. So obviously I have English picked. I don't need any accessibility options. I'm going to hit next. It's going to ask you to put your SIM card in there. I'm not doing that just yet because my SIM card's in my current tablet in the car. I just want to get this set up, put all my apps and stuff I want on it, so that way when I pop the SIM card, I can hit the ground running. So we're going to go ahead and skip that part. I'm already logged into Wi-Fi, so I don't need to worry about that. And this is more options to get the tablet ready. Keep your apps and data, restore backup, or set up as new. I'm going to keep my apps and data. If you have an old with you, I'm just going to use my Google account, do it that way. So let that do that. Checking info. Okay, let me log into this real quick. Alrighty. It's going in. All your little options they want you for Google services, they want you, I just leave all that on, because anything that'll make my experience better, screw it. I don't have anything to hide, so I don't have any privacy issues. I know a lot of people are solely against that. They think you're giving up a lot of your freedom, but you want to know something though? I use Google, and I really enjoy using Google, so therefore I'd have no problem doing it. Now I gotta figure out which item to restore from. Give me a second to figure this out. Okay, we are going to restore from this one because that is the one that I have in my car or my truck. Y'all know that's Autobot. Let's see what apps I got. All apps. Amazon for tablets. Okay, so I can pick which apps I want to use. Okay. Hulu, iHeartRadio, Kodi, Messenger, multitasking, Netflix, NFL Ticket, Toggle, Radio, Pup, SoundCloud, Spotify. Yep, that's pretty much it. I want to store all of them. Those are the ones that I want on here. So that's going to do that. Now it's giving me the options to set up not code or PIN or any of that crap. I'm not going to do any of that now because I don't really need it. Device protection features will not be activated. You won't be able to prevent others from using the tablet. Skip anyway. So I don't need to worry about that yet. Okay, this is where they get you to sign your life away, saying that they're not responsible for any of the crap that you do. It's all on you. Boom, you have to agree, and then you're done. And we're in there. So that was the setup process of this tablet. Now that it's setting up and backing up, that's another thing for you to agree to. Agree, bam. Okay, and other Android device. Okay, I'm not doing any of that. I don't know why I hit that, so I'm just going to go ahead and come out of there. Alright, so that's what we look like in the main screen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for a couple days, get a good feel for it, set it up the way I want to set it up. So you see all my apps right there or loading on there. So it's actually showing you how it's installing them for me. So I'm going to get everything the way I want to set it up, and then I'm going to come back in and when we're actually into Autobot, and we're going to finish out this review. So I will see you on the flip side once we get all set up and we're ready to go, and I played with this for a little bit. So see you on the flip. Alright, we back in. Got the LG G Pad X 8.0. Kind of bear with me. I'm transitioning over. My vehicle's a little bit of a mess right here. I'm transitioning over from my my Samsung that I had up here. So if you could just bear with me a little bit while I set this up. I'm going to be setting you down a couple times because I got to take the SIM card and everything out, put it in here. So you're going to watch me do this. I'm going to be pausing it and come back in. So right now what I'm going to do is I already opened. There's my SIM card tray there on my Samsung. And here is the SIM card tray here on, on the LG. The SIM card and micro SD port. And up top, like I showed you before, you have the USB port, the full USB port. And as you can see down there, I got me a little 64 gig USB that's going to be permanently in there. I'm going to use it for extra hard drive storage. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in. And when I pop that in, as you see, the screen comes right on and it notices. If you see right there, it says, if it didn't, there you go. As you see right there, turn it back on. It says USB drive. It recognized it right away. And when you open it up, it also gives you that message right there. While this device is connected to your tablet via USB, you can only use your micro USB for charging. So when I plug my micro USB in the port down there, it only could be used for charging. I can't use it for data sync as long as this is plugged in up top. So I would have to remove this to do data sync. So that's just a little message that it gives you. I want to take that off so that way to remind me next time. But basically now you see that both are installed. It's the regular storage, which I have 5 gigs free, but then I have, you know, the full USB drive free that I just plugged in. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the micro SD card out of here, and I'm going to put that in here. So just give me a second. Okay, we're back in. As you see right there, I got the micro SD card in there. It's 64 gig, nothing on the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in. And as you see, the screen should pop on that it recognized it. Maybe. Okay, maybe it doesn't this time. So what I'm gonna do is try to grab my phone so that way I don't stop the recording. Open up the screen and see if it recognizes it. It should recognize it. Okay, it does say SD card inserted. So let's open that up and see what we see. Let's see. Storage. Okay. It says that it's inserted, but I don't see it here anywhere. Let's go into actual storage and make sure that it is inserted. Storage. Okay. SD card unsupported. That's weird. This device doesn't support this SD card. To use the SD card with the device, you have to set it up. Okay, I don't want to set it up yet because I believe I have some stuff on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it back into my tablet, see what's on it, make sure that I can use it, or if whatever's on it I don't need before I go, because what this is going to do is it's going to reformat it, I imagine. So I don't want to take a chance of doing that. So I'll see you on the flip once I figure this out. Okay, we're back in. It turns out when I put it in my other tablet, it turns out that I never even formatted it for the other tablet. So this is an unused SD card, 64 gig SD card that I have in here. So since there's nothing on it, there's nothing to lose. Might as well set it up for this one. Uses portable storage. Yes, format. Go ahead and do that. So it's working on that right quick. Hopefully this card doesn't have any errors, because I'm not sure if it was a brand new card or if it was an old card that I pulled out of somewhere else and formatted. That's always a possibility, because I have all kinds of SD cards laying all over the place. So we'll see right now if this can set it up and get it working. So right now it's doing this thing. It's stuck at 20%. So what I will do is I will pause and come back when it's done. So see you when it's done. Okay, we are done. The SD card is ready to be used as portable storage. You can use it, remove files between devices, blah blah blah. Done. So hit done there, and bam, and now it's recognized. You see the USB drive there, you see the SD card there. Everything is good, which, yeah, everything is gravy. So basically I have 128 gigs on here now, not counting the 16 on board. So there we go. I got plenty of storage on here to do whatever. The good thing about the USB is that this is popping in and out. So what I'm going to do is start installing my apps to the SD card you know, any apps that are allowing me to do that. So that way I keep the space on my tablet free, so that way this bad boy start running slow. Because that was the problem that I was having with my Samsung, is that it started running slow. Is because whatever apps, you know, I only had a few on there that I use on a regular. You know, my music apps like iHeartRadio and Pandora and Apple Music and stuff like that. Amazon Music, I should say, not Apple Music. But those type of apps, they start to develop a large cache, and the cache takes up your hard drive space, you know, and your flash drive space that's the built-in storage space. So then once it starts getting too full, it starts to slow down. You don't need me to explain this stuff to you. This is all common knowledge of how computers work. You know, tablets and phones work the same thing. When the storage space on the phone starts getting full, your phone starts getting slow, and you start getting messages popping up to start removing some, uninstalling some apps, start clearing out some space or whatever, so that way you can improve the performance of your device. So this is all in the effort to try to prevent all that from happening. So, all right. So now that I got that all set up, what I'm going to do now is we're going to take the SIM card out of here. So what I want to do is I'm going to shut this back off and shut this down. Power it back off. I hate that. Power off. Boom. And let me get the SIM card out, and then we're going to pop it in. I'm going to power this one off. And then we're going to take the SIM card out of this one and put it in that one. So hopefully I won't have the situation where I was explaining before about my my buffering situation, because this is an actual T-Mobile device and I'm using on the T-Mobile network. Like unlike currently my tablet is a is an AT&T device, and I had it configured to work on T-Mobile. So we'll see. So let me pop my SIM card in. Just so you know, SIM card slot is right here. Trying to do all this one-handed, so just kind of bear with me. As you see, there's a bracket here, which I'm going to go ahead and pull that out because I don't need it, because the SIM card is large enough to fit in there. So let's see if I pop it in right. Is that the right way, or is it the other way? Make sure I get it right the first time. All right, hold on. Let me pause for a second and figure this out. I don't want to put it in the wrong and then I can't get it out. Catch with you in a second. Okay, there's a little diagram on there. I don't know if you can see it. Try to blow it up a little bit. If I can get the focus in. Okay, now that I got it focused in, as you see, it's showing you the proper way to insert the card, which is this way right here. It has to match your card. That's the way you're gonna properly insert it, so that way it'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this in. Let me zoom back out. And that's it. Am I inserted? Oh, okay. Okay, it's designed to not go in all the way. Okay, that's a good thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close my cover. And then nope, it has to go in further because the cover won't close. That's your indicator right there if you're inserted correctly. Okay, let's do it again. There we go. Now we're inserted. Okay. Hopefully, that'll be a pain in the ass to get out if it's not right. So let's turn her on, see what we're working with. Okay, we back in there. Okay, we should be coming up any minute now. We start seeing if we have any kind of service. Hopefully the service will start popping up. Okay, you see the T-Mobile thing down there loading up. Okay, what I'm going to do is pause and come back in once we have a reception and everything going. So see you on the flip again. Okay, so we back in. LG G Pad X 8.0. You see I finally got it all set up. As you notice, the date is different. I finally got around to doing this video. I've been doing so much, but that's neither here nor there. As you see, everything is nice and fluid. You got a couple little side apps and stuff on here. You know, you can put that on there. That's a pretty good app. It's a pretty good multitasking app. In addition to the multitasking that it already does, you could do something on top of that. I'll show you that in a minute, just to give you a touch. Just to give you an idea what's going on. There's your home button. Your home button right there, your back button, and right there it's set in multitasking mode because I had two apps opening side by side, which I'll show you that in a second. Right now, I just want to let you go over, where's the apps? I have my apps button. Oh, okay, right here. No, that's the gallery. Okay, so now it's opening up two apps because that's one of the apps that can do two apps, but there's no file. It's saying no files in there because I haven't took no pictures with this tablet. Let's come out of there and hold on a second. Okay, we're back in here. Sorry about that. Yeah, my apps button wasn't there. That's where the app button is. As you see, the screen is totally different than what it was before. That's because I had to do an update. It turns out that LG, everything's beyond, I believe it's after the G5. Maybe it was a G4, I'm not sure. But they go with this new UI where they're trying to streamline everything, and they're trying to make everything kind of like the Apple OS, like iOS, where when you install apps, everything's just up here on your screen and it'll just make more screens. Well, as an Android user, and all the Android users out there, I'm sure can vouch for me that this is very annoying. Especially if you want to try to tidy up stuff, you can't even do that. Because you're just bombarded with apps. That's why we like our little app drawer. But they did make it, at least they made it to where when you first turned on, there was an update that was available, and I didn't update the tablet. Well, the update enables you to switch between the new Streamline UI or the old UI where you get to have your app drawer. So that's what I just had to do. I had to go and check the update and update, and then what it does is it's called the Home 4.0 launcher. Now, if you don't see the update, you can always go to the LG home right there and do a search. I didn't mean to press that. Let me come back out of there. I didn't mean to press that. But you go to the LG, you go to the Smart World, and then you just do a search for Home 4.0, and it'll bring it up. Just go ahead and download that, install it, restart your tablet, and then you'll get your new home button. So it's kind of like another launcher. It's just a launcher with the apps drawer versus the initial launcher that comes pre-installed without the app drawer. So enough about that. Let's get into this. Like I said, you got all your apps. You got your little camera situation over here. I'm gonna take this off and just let you get a little glimpse of the camera. Right now I got it plugged in. Let me press this camera button here so you can kind of get an idea. Okay, so that's the camera on it. It's a typical camera, nothing fancy. All right, put it back on the dock here. You can see how dirty I need to dust like a mug up in there. It's a tablet. Camera is 8 megapixels. So, I mean, who takes pictures with tablets, Anyway, you already know what I'm using it for. This is for my, my media in my in the Autobot, in the whip here. One thing I kind of like that this has, one thing that I kind of like that this has is like little notes button there, so a little quick memo, so you could take like little quick memos and stuff like that. You could sync them with my email, and that's a quick memo that I did before. I didn't do this before. Well, I have to redo all this because now I'm using a new launcher. It's making me redo all these permissions and stuff. Okay, so now that's a memo I did before just to test it out. Let's do another quick memo. So when I'm driving and someone's telling me something, I can write something real quick. You know, a phone number. If someone give me a phone number to blank, 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 blank. So, and now if I want to save it, just hit the little check mark up here. Bam, all saved. So that's a nice little quick thing that you have there that I appreciate. Let's come back out. The dual window situation. I like the dual window on this. Let's open up something. Get out a quick memo. Get out a camera. Smart world. Okay, let's do maps. I navigate everywhere. Now I got a map open. I already got navigation back home. You just hard press on that, and then you'll see it turn from a solid square to dual rectangles, and then you'll see your other apps that you have open. You can select one of them. I'll just select YouTube real quick, and then YouTube opens up, and you can adjust how big you want one side versus the other. I usually like it around that size right there. So that just enough to see the map, but I also have full control of YouTube. I usually do iHeartRadio because in the mornings I listen to, I stream my radio from all my stations around the country. Yeah, I mean, this tablet, this definitely has enough power to do everything I need to do. I mean, that's the main reason why, I got it. I mean, I believe this is an octa-core processor in this tablet, so this tablet's going to be able to handle everything I throw at it. Now, I do kind of like Samsung's multitasking or dual window setup a little bit better than this, because you could slide out on the side on Samsung's, and you could set up, paired apps, so that way I don't have to open up individual apps and then resize them. You can set it up that way, and then all you got to do is just hit the icon, and it opens up both apps to the right appropriate size. I don't have to do any. It makes it all in one step. So, LG, if you're looking at this, maybe that's another thing that you can make happen. But the thing that I like that is an app that's for LG is there's another multitasking app that, let's just say I need to use a calendar real quick. I slide that out, and then I go and throw it up, and then you get a little floating situation here. You can move it around where you want. Take a look at the calendar real quick. Close out. Did I hit it? Close out. And if I need a calculator real quick, bam, throw a calculator up there. Do what I need to do real quick. 5 + 5 = bam, 10. Close out. So it doesn't affect my actual multitasking. It's like an overlay. So I think that's a cool app. It's called the multitasking app, and multitasking pro. Now you get all these things on here for free to use it, but if you want to do, these are all little apps that they have that you can use for free. Now, if you want to enable some more features like YouTube, text messaging, Gmail, and flashlight, you have to upgrade to the Pro version, which is only a couple bucks. But I don't need any of that because, I have all that already. So I don't need any of that. It's the tablet. So all these extra things here is good enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep the free version. I recommend that. It's called Multitasking Pro. You can download that in the Play Store. I don't know if iOS has it. I'm sure they has something comparable. But yeah. I like this tablet. This tablet is banging. Like I said, it's just for the Autobot, just for what I need to do. Right now I have it paired to the vehicle, so let's see how it bumps a little bit. Play one of my songs. Yeah, so definitely this tablet is on and popping. Like I said, this is the T-Mobile variant. So if you're looking for something like that, the LG G-Pad X 8.0 is definitely it. I definitely recommend this. So with that being said, I'm Dapper Inez, and this has been the official review, unboxing and review of the LG G-Pad X 8.0. I'm Dapper Inez, and I'm out this piece.